Hey everybody, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an advanced leader stat system with abbreviations, and I'm also going to be showing you guys how to make a kill NPC for coin system with UI. So this is kind of an advanced UI data store tutorial. So first thing you're going to want to do is go to server script service and add a script. This will be our main leader stats. I'm going to do multiple leader stats for this video, so I'm going to do coins and gems. I don't know if I'm going to use gems, but I'm just going to show you guys how to do that. We're going to do local data store service equals game colon get service data store service, and then local players equals game get service players. And then here are our data stores. So local coins store equals data store service get data store coins data. And then same thing for gems. We'll do local gem store equals data store service get data store and then gems store. And then double space players dot player added colon connect function player. This will create the leader stats when the player joins, and then here we will set up our leader stats. So local leader stats equals instance dot new folder leader stats dot name equals leader stats, and then leader stats dot parent equals player, and then double space local coins equals instance dot new int value coins dot name equals coins. So this will show up in the leader stats in the top right corner. So if you want to add like money symbols, it'll show money symbols in the leaderboard. But I'm just gonna do coins. So coins.name equals coins, and then coins.parent equals leader stats, and then we'll do the same thing for gems. So local gems equals instance dot new int value gems.name equals gems, and then gems. And if you want to do more than 2 leader stats, you just repeat the same thing for your other leader stats for what I'm doing. So gems.parent equals leader stats. And then this will load the data. So local success error equals pcall function coins.value. Make sure the parentheses are like this. Don't mess that up. Coins.value equals coins store get async player.user ID or 0. And then we'll do the same thing for the gems. Gems.value equals gems store get async player.user ID or 0. And then we'll enter space after its end. Let me just fix this error real quick. Yeah, make sure this is all typed out right. And then we'll do if not success, then, and then we'll warn the server if there's an error for loading the data. So error loading data for space, and then dot dot player dot name dot dot colon space dot error. We'll just do ERR for error. Or 2 dots, my bad. 2 dots. And then we'll enter a space below these 2 ends. And then this will save the data when the player leaves. So players dot, oops, I can't type. Players dot player removing colon connect function player local success error equals pcall function coin store set async player.user ID player.leaderstats.coins.value, and then we'll do the same thing for gems. Once again, if you're doing more leader stats, do all of this for your other leader stats. So set async dot player dot user ID player dot leader stats dot gems dot value. And then enter space below is end right here. And then say if not success, then and then we'll warn the server once again if the error doesn't save when the player leaves the game. So player.name dot make sure it's 2 dots there, and then space colon space dot error. This is where a lot of people are gonna probably mess up. Where did I mess up? Oh yeah, I forgot double space right here again. All right. And then make sure there's 2 ends right here. And then this should be our main leader stats script. Next, we're going to add the UI. So you're going to, well, first let's just test this out to make sure this works. So as you can see, oh, there's an error. Oh, wait, yeah, make sure, I forgot to mention this. Make sure you publish your place if you haven't already. I probably should have included this earlier in the video, but go to game settings, security, and then enable studio access to API services. This will enable data stores. If you don't do this, this will not work. And then once we join the game, as you can see, it will show, and then we can, you know, do whatever we want. It probably won't save right now, but once you get in the game, it will. Or once we add the kill NPC system, it should save. So as you can see, coins and gems right there. So yeah, that's the main leader stat script. Next, we're going to add the UI. So go into starter GUI, then add a screen GUI, and we're going to call this screen GUI stats GUI. And then in this stats GUI, we are going to add 2 text labels for coins and gems. We're just going to call this coins label. I'm going to edit this one, and I'm going to copy and paste it and change the color and stuff. So I'm going to make the anchor point 0.5 and then change the positioning and size so it fits on all devices. So I'm going to do 0.5, comma 0, comma 0.9, comma, oops, okay. Yeah, I suck at positioning. Something like this. So 0.1, comma 0, comma 0.5, comma 0. And then I'm going to add a little bit of a edge to it. So, or remove the pointy edge, make it look cooler. So something like that. I mean, we don't have to make it look that crazy. Keep it like that for now, and then you can just edit it however you want. Probably going to make the background like a yellowish, greenish maybe. Since it's coins, probably yellow. Something like that. And then I'm not the greatest designer when it comes to this kind of stuff, so change the font, text scaled. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then make sure this doesn't say anything, because this will be where our number goes. And then if you want, you can add like an image label right here. So like, for example, I'm actually going to make this really like, I don't know, just make it look like that. And then you can add like a image label to it. And then if I want to make it like a coin, so if I go to decals, coin, just trying to look for a good one. I'm taking way too long on this. I gotta hurry up. Something like this. You can copy the texture and then paste it into this image URL thing. And then as you can see, it shows up. And then we can background transparency 1. And then you can like edit this to make sure it fits. So let me just edit this real quick and make sure it fits on all devices. And something like this. And then you could put it like right here. That looks pretty good. Probably change the color of this label to like match it more. That looks pretty good. Something like that. So that is the coins, and then you're gonna wanna, you can remove this. You can like duplicate this and like bring it down, and then maybe bring this up so they're both like equal. And then this one you can change to gems. So let's go back to the toolbox. Gem, just look up gem. Something like this. I took way too long to find the last one. Copy that texture, paste it into the image URL, and then obviously change the color of this. Maybe even move this over a little bit. Actually, that doesn't look centered at all. Make it a little bit bigger. And then make sure you call this gems label. And you can like change the color. Something like that. Looks pretty good to me. And then whatever you want the number to show up as for the text color, you can just go down here and change. I'm going to keep it for black for now. And then once you have that designed, what you're going to want to do is add a local script into the stats GUI. And this will make it so whatever we have as our leader stats will show up here. We'll do local player equals game.players.local player. Local stats equals player wait for child leader stats. Local coins equals stats wait for child coins, and then we'll do the same thing for gems. Local gems equals stats wait for child gems. Local coins label equals script dot parent wait for child coins label, and then same thing for gems once again. Gems label. And then we're going to add the abbreviation right here. So this might be a little bit confusing, but this will make it so the number doesn't go off of the label and it just abbreviates to like KMB. You get the point. So local function abbreviate number if number is greater than equals 1E9, then return string dot format percentage dot 1FB. This will just be our abbreviation. And then number slash 1E9. And then else if number is greater than equals 1E6, then return string dot format percentage dot 1FM. We'll just go up to billion for now. If you want to make it go into like the trillions and quadrillions and whatever, you can say T here and QD or whatever. I'm just going to go up to the billions. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. So percentage dot 1FM comma number 1E6, and then else if number is greater than equals 1E3, then return string dot format percentage dot 1FK comma number 1E3. So pretty much what we're doing is just copying all this except changing this number right here. And these are the numbers like once that match these. So that's when it will change to that abbreviation. And then we'll finish it off with else return toString number. And then we'll end it off with these two ends, and then we'll update the loop by saying local function update UI with parentheses, and then coins label dot text equals coins, and then we'll just add a little space right there, and then another space dot dot abbreviate coins dot value. Don't add that other set of parentheses, just do coins dot value there with one set of parentheses, and then same thing with gems label dot text equals gems colon space dot dot abbreviate gems dot value, and then end, and then space coins dot changed connect update UI. This will just update the UI. Gems dot changed connect update UI, same thing. And then we'll finish it off with update UI. So that will be it for the script. Now it should work, should show up in the UI. So we join. I could probably fix this. Hold on. See here. Yeah, so honestly, we don't need this. I don't even know why I added that. Just add like a space or something. And then go back, and as you can see, the number shows up. You could probably make these a little bit smaller, these images. Yeah, delete that gem. So make these a little bit smaller. And then once we join back, as you can see, it's not loading in for some reason. Okay. There we go. Looks pretty good. And then when we edit it, pretend we have 1 coin. It'll say 1 if we have 1,000. It'll say 1.0K if we have however many, 1 million. That's 1 million, I guess. Just put some random numbers in there. 10 million. It's not the best abbreviation system in the world, but it's pretty cool. works with gems as well. Just put in some random numbers right there. So I mean, if you were here for that, for just a basic leader stats system with a UI, I mean, that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna add a NPC kill for coins, which will give us coins. So if you were here for the NPC kill thing, well, I'll add like timestamps and stuff if I remember. But first, what you're gonna want to do is just add an NPC. So I'm just gonna like load this dude in already pro. Delete one of them. And then like bring him down. You can just go into toolbox and add an NPC, but make sure there's no scripts in them because you could get a virus. And then make sure it has like a humanoid and all this other stuff. Humanoid Rupar can't even talk. And then we're going to add a script inside of the NPC model. And we're going to call this just like rewards. Oops, I just deleted it. Oops. All right, go back. Yeah, add a script. I just added a screen GUI. What am I doing? All right. Third attempt, add a script, call it reward script, which will reward us coins. I'm not going to do anything for gems. It's just going to be something else. I guess I could make like a sell coins for gems. But, I mean, if you guys want me to do that, I'll do that for another video, but I'm just going to do this for now. I've already done a lot in this video. So, local NPC equals script.parent. Local humanoid equals NPC wait for child. Humanoid. Oops. I'm making a lot of mistakes right now. And then this will be the amount of coins you get per kill. So local coin reward. I'm just going to say we get like 100 coins per kill. Why not? And then humanoid dot died connect function. And then local tag equals humanoid find first child creator. So this will like track the kills to make sure like the right player got the kill and then get their reward. If tag and tag dot value and tag dot value colon is colon. I said colon. I don't know why I said it like that. Player then and then local player equals tag dot value local coins equals player find first child leader stats find first child coins and then if coins then coins dot value plus equals coin reward, and that should be it for this script. Now what we're gonna do is just add a sword and see if this works. Just add like a basic sword. If you want to create your own weapon, I'll make another video for that maybe. But if we join the game, let's see if there's any errors. Okay, no errors so far. So, hold on. Okay, it's not really, I need to make it, just make sure that this is like, this UI is like good for every device and it just like, it's centered right. But clearly I didn't do a good job on that. But yeah, once you kill the NPC, you get 100 coins. And then if you rejoin, it should save. And as you can see, it does. So if I like wipe my data, pretend I say like 0 coin, it might just stay at 100. See if it does. Yeah, it just stays at 100. But if I like edit the script, then it'll wipe my data. So kill it again, 200 coins, and then should save, and that's pretty much going to do it for the tutorial. Hope you guys enjoy. This is my first Roblox Studio video, so if you guys want to give me any tips for what I could do better or like any other tutorials, please leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.